Don't simply invest in something because it has a high dividend yield. You always want to make sure that the financials of the company, the underlying financials of the company, are secure. And this is because you can go to a particular company that pays out a 20% dividend yield only to find that later, the following year, the company goes bankrupt and you lose all your money. The primary type of investment that you should be focused on is the financials of the company, not the dividend payout.
The second thing to consider is that companies don't have to continue paying the dividend even though they initially started so. This happens all the time whenever a company is going under some huge financial stresses and they need to make adjustments. They may cut their dividend for a period of time.
And that leads us to our next thing to keep in mind, which is dividends are constantly changing. It can go up, but it can also certainly go down.
The next thing to consider is how dividends are paid out. Now, they're usually paid out in two ways. Either you are going to receive those funds as cash deposited into your investment account, or you can have those dividends reinvested in that same investment. Now, this is something that we love about dividend investing because by reinvesting your dividends, you are actually accelerating compound interest, the most powerful form of growing your wealth.
The next thing that you need to keep in mind with dividend investing is the type of account that you're going to be using to buy those investments. So for example, you can buy these investments in a tax advantaged retirement account or a standard brokerage account. So one thing to keep in mind is that these investments are going to be paying you out dividends either monthly, quarterly, or annually. And even if you reinvest them into the same investment, that's still considered a payout for tax purposes. And because of this, you may have to pay taxes on that money. But if you put them into a tax advantage retirement account, the tax implications can be very different.
Now, we're not telling you to put them in one account or the other. This always goes back to your strategy. If you are planning on living off of your investments, maybe you don't want to put them in a retirement account because you need to have access to them